Alright, so we are out on a lake looking for some fish. Found a nice, probably an eater bluegill right there. Big nice one. Crappie fishing. Gonna be getting dark pretty soon here, so we better get to it and see how many we can catch. Nice little crappie here. Alright, so this time out we found bluegills in the afternoon and then crappies right before night. The bluegills were right along this weed line that we have marked on the other side of the lake from where we were. We cast right next to that weed line and the bluegills were there, but it was not a crazy bite. It was a very slow bite, but if you just kept throwing your bobber over there, they would keep showing up once in a while. But right before it started getting dark, then bluegills really turned on, and then it turned into crappies, and we caught a good amount of them before it got completely dark. Enjoy the video. Alright, so we are out on a lake looking for some fish. Found a nice, probably an eater bluegill right there. Big nice one. Way across, right along the weed line there. Just bit almost instantly. Bobber down, big nice, good little fight on 6-pound test, little panfish pole. So let's see what happens. Alright, just pulled up this guy now. Bobber, 2 feet of line from the bobber to the hook. Little guy. Right along that weed line on the other side of the lake. Alright, number 3, I believe, anyway. A little bit bigger than that last one we caught, not the first one though. The first one is the biggest still. Right along that weed line. Alright, this guy didn't even know it was a fish because he was barely even moving. Thought it was stuck on weeds because of how weedy the lake is. Oh yeah, this whole thing is just covered in weeds, tall weeds, and when your bobber's drifting, you're getting hanged up on weeds every once in a while, so you gotta kind of snap it, get them off the weeds, and then it starts floating like it's supposed to. This lake got really weedy, really weedy, but bluegills are in there. Just a very slowish bite. Just working with it, and grind, doing the grind to find the bluegills. Swans. Beautiful swan. Another bluegill. Sun's starting to go down. It's a really slow bite, but they're biting. Alright, we on to something here. Wrapped up in the weeds, a little bit of drag because it's all wrapped up in the weeds. Another little bluegill. Another small little bluegill. It seems like they're all starting to only get small from the very first one we caught. Alright, a little bit nicer of a bluegill. So that's our first sign of a tiny bit bigger of a bluegill there. Oh, just caught another small little bluegill. Hoping for them to get a little bit bigger, hopefully. Ow. Well, there's another bluegill that had to spike me pretty hard too. Let's put him back because he kind of had a little rough time when I get him back in the water so he doesn't die. Starting to get more bites with the sun going down here. Alright, we got something here that I don't think is a bluegill. Or it is. If it is a bluegill, it's probably our nicest one. That's a nice bluegill. Alright, there it is. Gotta be our nicest bluegill yet. Maybe about the same size as that first one, or not. There it is. One of our nicest ones. Alright, let's get him back. Gotta be. Oh, there goes that one back. Alright, let's try to get some more. All right, another bluegill. Not as nice as that other one, but oh, there he goes back. All right, had a big tangled up mess. Look at that. This is great. Now that the fish are biting, now I gotta redo things and stuff. Another crappie. The bite's heating up because the sun's starting to go down. Not crappie, sunfish. Sorry, my bad. Alright, let's try to catch some more. Alright, another small little bluegill. Alright, there's a little whitish, kind of bluish, gillish. I don't know what I'm saying, but there's another one. As you can see on the trees, sun is setting. Prime time is coming. Let's get it. Another little bluegill. At least I'm not having that trouble where they're swallowing. Oh, maybe a little bit. At least he's back in the water where he's supposed to be. It helps him a little bit. A lot of trouble of them eating the whole hook. They're really swallowing that hook. Alright, well, we got something that kind of felt nice. It's a little bit bigger bluegill, but still small. Yeah, still small, but a nice looking one. That's a nicer one, getting nicer again. Prime bite, or the prime, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they are biting and I'm kind of getting overwhelmed here with both poles. Well, the bite is hot. Just hooked into a turtle, had to cut my line. Everything, this pole ain't any good, so I'm down to one pole now. Prime time. It's gonna be getting dark. Don't really have much time left, so we're just gonna roll with this pole and see what happens. Alright. Crappie fishing. Gonna be getting dark pretty soon here, so we better get to it and see how many we can catch. Nice little crappie here. Alright. Really weedy this year. Like, it's all covered in weeds. But that's a deep weed out there. That's what a lot of fish like. Let's get them. Alright. Just pulled up this probably a 10 to 11 incher. I do not have a measure with me, but that's a nice one. Let's go. Let's put this guy back. There he goes, all wild like. Alright. That is a very beautiful bluegill. This is just getting smaller and smaller when we get to dark here. But that guy's beautiful. Alright, here he goes back. Try to get some more before it gets completely dark here. Alright, nice little, beautiful little bluegill on the, going for the crappies. Caught him instead. Let's get him unhooked, put him back, and try for some crappies before it gets dark. And there we go, and there's a nice eater again. These crappies in this lake are getting a little bit bigger each year I come here. These would all be eater. Well, half of them would be eaters. That would be an eater. That's a nice chunker. That's what I'm using right there. Let's get them unhooked and put them back. All right, we are starting to run out of daylight, but here, let's go here. There you go. Oh, flipped right out of my hand. All right, another little crappie. Now, like I said, this is a really weedy lake, but the bluegills are a biting. 10-pound test, Suffolk Advance, and a little Berkeley power bait with a jig head. White, all white. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Alright, whatever we got here feels kind of good. It's not even a crappie, it's another bluegill. Another little bluegill on the crappie bait. Everything is just feeding tonight. Alright, and there's another crappie. It's getting darker. Alright. All on this right here. Berkeley power bait, little swim bait. Well, not, yeah, something like that. There it is. Another small little crappie. Alright, so as you can see, it's dark. Sunfish in the afternoon, and right before night, crappies it turned into. Two different techniques. For the bluegills during the afternoon was bobber and night crawler. Pretty simple, you know, a little sinker. Just the normal bobber routine, and then little Berkeley power bait, little soft bait for the crappies right before dark. Alright, this is it. All of you enjoy the nicer weather that might be coming around. It's not that nice, but it's nicer than what we've been having in the 90s and all that. Get out there and try to catch some fish before it gets hot again. Alright, hopefully you find some bluegills and crappies yourself. See you all later.